Happy birthday, Apostle Lord Michael Hunt, Dr. Lord Michael Hunt, all the same person. I was just sitting here reminiscing over your birthday celebration on last week, and I didn't get a chance to express my love towards you during that celebration. So I decided to put my own little video together in honor of you. And it's almost 30 years. I was just doing the math on it, and it's very close, very close to 30 years ago when you and I came in contact with each other. And I don't remember. I know you do because you got a photostatic memory. So me saying I hope you remember. I don't know if you remember, but I know you remember because you don't forget nothing. I know it was our first encounter was during your prayer breakfasts. You used to host a prayer breakfast on 6969 and or 2424 on 69th Street. And I was brought to you by a group of prophets. Yes, a group of prophets. Apostle Ferguson, Apostle Bogus, and it were, I want to say, about six of them that I had been hanging out with, and they were having prophetic services, and they said, well, we got to take you to Dr. Hunt. And I'm like, well, who was Dr. Hunt? Or back then it was Apostle Hunt. And they brought me to one of your prayer breakfasts, and the rest is history. Once I got there and I got a chance to meet you and sit down and talk to you, then I knew that this was a place that I can benefit from being at. And I just hung around. I didn't go no place, It's very interesting that around that same time you started your school of the apostles and prophets, and I was one of the newest members to that class because you had a group of 11 that were in attendance with that group of school of the apostles and prophets. Of course, Bishop Coakley, Evangelist Miles, Pastor Davis, Evangelist Cynthia Davis, Octavia Lord. There were many, people, and I think I brought Octavia Lord to your ministry, but there were many in that class. And I remember you telling me during the class that, you didn't know very much about me. And then, you wanted to watch me and, mentor me more. But then you had your first ordination. And I was, at that time, got ordained as a minister. So I went from Dr.Ron to Minister Ron or Minister Ford. And it was amazing that it was the first ordination that you had performed in that building on 69th Street. And to be a part of that was life-changing for me because it actually began a work in ministry that has continued to this day, almost 30 years later. And I'm so happy that I've had the pleasure and the joy to be around you and learn all the things that you have taught me. You married me, to my one, two, three, third wife, Diane, the twins' mother. You got a chance to see me cry, which was a first for me because, you saw me cry when I had to say goodbye to my kids. They went back to their mother after we had been together all summer. And boy, I tell you, it's been a whole plethora of experiences that you and I have had together. And I tell you, one of the fondest memories of traveling with you, if I can say it like that, fond memory, was when we were traveling across country coming back from somewhere, and we got stuck in a mountain. Stuck in a mountain. We were driving, I think, the Continental at the time. We were so high up that the cell phone didn't work. And all I can remember is that you fell asleep right after the car had stopped working. And I'm out on the side of the road trying to flag down some help. And it kind of reminds me now, present day, of the story when Jesus was in the boat and the storm was raging all around. and all of the disciples that was with him, like, wake him up, you know, it's a storm going on, you know. And I'm like, I just let you sleep. And I went up on the side of the road, was trying to flag down up in the redneck mountains that we was in, with the grizzly bears up in the woods trying to get us rescued. It was so memorable. Then all of a sudden, about the break of day, a tow truck shows up and took us down to his shop and got us fixed up and sent us back to where we came from, which was Chicago. It was so interesting. Oh my God, traveling across country with you was always an adventure. We would leave a perfectly good, paid for hotel room to get on the road, to come back towards Chicago, to go to sleep in a Waffle House parking lot. I will never, ever understand the rationale behind that. I don't know what that was about, and I find it so interesting, even almost 30 years later, that was the plan that we had at the time. But I tell you, I would never trade the experience that I had working with you, learning how to carry your armor, be the armor bearer for you, going all over the United States, planting churches in Texas, Florida, working along with your evangelistic teams. Mississippi was a very instrumental part of doing the evangelistic work to help plant a church in Meridian, Mississippi. That was an experience I'll never forget. And learning, you know, firsthand what an armor bearer was. There was many shut-ins that we had at the church, 21 days and nights. You know, a lot of the experiences some of the folks talked about, I was there when Evangelist Miles fell out for dead and you prayed and brought her back to life. I was there. You and I were in the office. And when they called us out of the office to come pray for her or to help her, and I witnessed you pray her back to life, man, that was so chilling. That was such an experience, man, something I've never seen anybody else do. I can remember many times when Bishop Coakley used to introduce you, and he used to talk about how his eyes have seen the miracles that God had performed at your hand. And man, I am a living witness to this day that God will grant miracles through your hand. And I think that's a wonderful thing. I thank God that you imparted enough in me to, when I was on assignment 2 times, I was able to preach the word as you would have preached the word, as if you were there. And I know that over the decades, the term Huntite had been formed in relationship to people that followed your ministry. And it is so very true. If you were a Huntite, you know you had some word. If you were a Huntite, they know you operated in the gifts. And I have seen many, many people that have came up as fruit of yours that have done nothing but great things based off of what you have imparted into them and into their ministries and into their life. So I hope by now you're laughing. I've said something to make you smile. I just want you to know I love you, and ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Okay? You know, I'm just like, man, They asked us to give 3 words, and that was very short for me because by me being a radio personality, I can talk, as you know, I can hold a conversation. But the 3 words that I came up with were great friend and mentor. But it's so much more, okay? And I can't even express, words cannot express that if you call, I'm coming. I've always been that person to be there for you because you've always been that person to be there for me. And I thank God for allowing me to be a part of your life for almost 30 years. It's so close you can almost throw a stone at it. But I just wanted to get this video together and send it to you, send a link to you. It's going to be posted on my YouTube, so when you click on the link, the whole world will be able to see it. And because I ain't ashamed, and I am so proud to have been allowed by God to be in your life. And I thank God for you. And I pray that you get everything in your 70 years, 70 plus years going forward that the desires of your heart that you want. I pray that you get it. And if I got something to do with it, I'm going to try and help a little bit. I got to hustle. I can't tell you about it because, it ain't came through yet. But I got to hustle. You've always said I always got to hustle. So I don't want to prove you wrong. I love you. I love you. I love you. Much blessings to you on your 70th birthday and the entire year. I pray that God gives you the sweetest of sleep and the best of all blessings that he can offer you. I love you. Take care. Peace.